Hello. The doors are finally open. Took a while. Thank you, Alistair. Now we can get things going properly. Well, for now, I suppose we still have our little scene to look over. Careful, everyone. Don't get bitten. Or do. It's all the same to me. All right, then. Where were we? Oh, yes. Raise the curtain.
We're gonna die.
Yeah.
All I'm thinking is like, oh, thank you, Alistair. Fuck, what did I do this time?
Let's keep a running tally of every time Alistair / Arlyeon does something that makes the GM's evil thingamabob happy.
I think this time it was the dust, the dog dust, the dead dog dust, the desiccated dead dog dust. I could probably continue the alliteration. It might be a little bit hard.
That counter would just go up every minute. I could set it like clockwork in the editing.
You just need to add a C to it at the end. Desiccated dead dog dust. Add a C.
Desiccated dead dog dust crust? Because, I mean, it's covering the room.
Sure. You now have D4C, and that is absolute bullshit. And if you don't know what that means, you will. Anyways, let's get rocking. So, Miguel and Kai, you still have turns. Oh, what you gonna do?
Okay, so remind me.
Yeah.
What is there to hit again?
Well, you killed the warden. He's the dead corpse right there.
Got it.
And then there's the rat here, which every time someone has hit it, it turned around and bit them, or at least tried to. In most cases succeeded, but not in all.
And whenever it bites someone, horrible blood ritual happens.
More like horrible blood ritual strengthens. It's
yeah.
going.
I mean, fair.
Well, I am a cat, therefore there is one option. I'm gonna hit it with my scimitar.
Wow. Kitty blade.
What do I roll for that? Wait, it's on my sheet. It's been a couple weeks since we played this. People who's watching.
How do I do this?
So,
yes.
Oh, also,
how do I play?
Reminder, Kai, you're at 5 health.
Listen, Alistair.
Hey, I'm just reminding you in case you have anything that'll also restore your health.
I don't think I do. I think I've used everything. Trickery. Am I behind it or something? It looks like I'm behind it from where I am, but I don't know the last person it attacked.
You're not necessarily behind it, but it is flanked.
Okay, can I have trickery because it's flanked?
Yes.
Sweet. Is that... no. No. Dang. That's 7 damage, too.
Not even close. Alright, 1 sec.
Rip Kai.
So, Kai, you lean in, you break out your blade, you take a large, great swing at the rat, and its response is to turn around, bare its teeth. What's your defense?
Hold on, I don't know.
Not that high.
I sounded more...
I'm guessing it's not 16.
I'm pretty sure it's not 16.
Okay.
Where is my defense? I don't know where my defense is, but it's not 16.
Was that its damage?
Yep.
A 1?
I mean, you're now at 4 health.
4
it
is
had
a good
the
number.
it
It's a
had
perfect
the
square.
it had the chance of instantly killing you and failed to.
So it turns around and you basically manage to keep yourself just far enough back, given it's flanked, that its teeth don't manage to catch you, and instead you just get a small slice across the arm. That said, the blood that comes out of that arm is black.
Hey, that's not normal.
And I believe the closest one to there is Frank. So Frank, the aura on that pot is just growing even further.
Uh-oh.
I want to say something icily, but I've been waiting since I already did my thing.
Yep.
Miguel.
Okay. So this blue line is the door, I'm assuming.
You mean my incredibly impressive artwork? Yes, it is.
Your incredibly impressive artwork. Okay. Let's see here. And this thing is like the cauldron, I'm guessing?
That was a cauldron that was stuck in front of the door, yeah.
Okay. Is it on its side, or...?
No, it's just been shoved out of the way.
Okay. Now the question is, can I jump over this freaking thing to kind of hide behind it and chuck a dagger at it?
So you want to like go into the room, leap over the cauldron, and then sort of
use it as cover and chuck at it.
You can just close the door and then hide behind the cauldron.
That would be
But
easy.
the door is then secondary cover.
Partly close the door, squeeze past, and put it back.
That works.
Alright. So, whoop, you zip in behind the door and put it back in the way again. Do me a quick favor and roll me a perception.
Beep. Beep.
Okay, cool.
Yep. That's about what I figured.
I
Now
believe
you
in
may.
your lack of perception.
You may
Hey,
chucketh your
that's with a
dagger.
+2. I just fail at rolling.
Just remember, don't fail too badly because Penny is directly in the way of the knife if you fail too badly.
Oh, is that what she is?
Yep.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1.
Well then, yeah, I'll do it from here. Don't roll a 1. Don't roll a 1.
Don't roll a 1.
That's not a 1, but that's not hitting.
Dang it!
Alright. So you give it a quick toss. Penny is, of course, like enraged and trying to just stab the thing with her axe. Or no, she doesn't have an axe. She has a knife, right? She's trying to stab the thing with her knife. It's just like flailing and trying to kill her. Miguel can't quite get in behind the door and then aim well enough, so he just kind of tosses a dagger and just goes right over the thing's head. All right.
Damn!
Next round begins. And that aura is getting ever greater.
Okay.
Who's taking a fast action?
Question, Sasha.
Uh-huh.
Since I have profession, like, specifically all my professions are geared towards magic, like, one second. I have academic occult magic.
Yep.
Would I be able to basically figure out the deets on what the fuck that, like, basically figure out what the hell some of the specifics are of this thing? I can already ascertain that whenever they get bitten or blood is shed, that's it. I'm currently concerned that it's a fucked up application of maybe transferring my sister's soul into the body of the rat so that we're forced to kill my sister.
That doesn't seem out of the question, especially with what you've seen.
Yeah.
As far as the specifics, you can ascertain that this ritual is definitely bound to the rat in some way, as well as possibly your sister, given what you've seen. And the black blood is definitely, or at least most definitely, some sort of defense mechanism to make sure that anyone who's bitten is going to have a harder time doing anything about it. You should go over and get bitten right now.
Yeah, no, fuck that. Question, would I be able to make an intellect check to be able to try and figure out how best to sort of deconstruct that spell? And towards that end, would I be able to use recall past success to maybe do so? Specifically using recall past success to recall bits of my studies over the years. Since recall past success... yeah, and I used that already to bring up memories. If I cast that to make like the perception roll, so I'd be taking a slow turn to do this.
It's a possibility. How well it will succeed isn't really guaranteed, to be sure. This is not a spell you've specifically seen, so exact details are basically guaranteed.
Yeah,
But you might be able to get a better idea.
That's the entirety of it. So Alistair just is like, okay, I think this might work. Maybe.
So slow.
Miguel, Delilah, Trap the rat in the cauldron. I think that's my sister.
Which cauldron?
The one you're in front of. Not the glowing
In
one.
front of?
Not the ritual cauldron that Frank, you should tip it over.
In the progress of doing so.
Now,
Why do you always pull me into these crazy schemes?
I do have people marked down, and as far as I'm aware, that's the black blood I marked them with that little arm.
Pretty sure, yeah.
symbol.
Oh
I thought that
wait,
was a spell
it's
that
never
I
mind.
cast
It's
on it.
Frank. Don't touch the cauldron.
That no, I don't. That's a spell Arlyeon cast on us, I believe.
Wait,
That's what I was gonna ask. Because it's quite possible that's not what that is.
2 people have it, and it's protection from death.
Okay.
I
yes.
put protection of death on 2 people who I figured would be front lines, so that in case they got knocked down, they would have better fate rolls.
Yeah, I haven't touched the rat yet.
So who has been bitten? Delilah's been bitten.
All those 3.
I've been bitten. Yeah, everyone here has been bitten, and the other 3 have not.
Yeah, because I haven't gone close to it.
Neither have I. And now you want me to get close to it.
No. I want you to push a cauldron on it. It's different. The cauldron's gonna be between you and it.
So
How am
what
I gonna
need
push a cauldron on top of it?
With everyone else's
And-
help.
And that is about as far as free conversation can take you. Who's taking a fast action?
Would I need a slow action to push over this cauldron?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you'd have to move beside it and then push.
I mean, I could tackle it.
I guess I'm taking a slow action.
I mean, you can feel free to tackle it if you want, man. That is your decision to make.
I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for Frank to roll another crit 1 though, and he just tackles it and then falls into it.
Just knocks himself the fuck out.
Oh dear! The rat grows another head. Well, I mean, it's definitely inhabiting with the people whose bodies are in the cauldron. Thanks,
Okay.
Frank.
We've got
So-
full action.
Theory: would me turning into a cat possibly help scare the rat?
It also might prioritize you as a target, and you are close to death.
Do you remember that you have a chunk permanently missing from your ear when a rat bit it?
Yeah, but
You're very scary to rats.
You then
listen,
killed it.
I did kill it, so I won the war, even if it won the battle. I don't know.
I mean,
I was just, how are we supposed to corral a feral rat?
A giant feral rat. But
A giant feral rat.
I don't know.
Distracted while I push the
Pull
cauldron over there.
pull a chunk out of the warden and like, be like, "Here, buddy, have a tasty kidney."
But either way, I'm taking a slow action.
alright, so who is taking a fast action?
Anyone?
That sounds like nobody. Okay, well, I know one person who is. Penny is taking a fast action. She's, I'm gonna slit out both your fucking eyes and shove them up your arse!
Well, I'm not surprised. It's not like I could give orders to her.
No, you couldn't. Okay, and everyone else is taking a slow action?
Yep.
Going once, going
See,
twice.
somewhat.
Alright,
I don't know what I was trying to say.
me neither. But the rat is also taking a fast action. Okay, so first, Penny. Alright, Penny, do your Penny thing.
I'm half expecting a roll of 20 from her.
Molte pene.
Close.
19, buddy.
19. Alright. Alright. That's not bad. Okay. So Benny leans in, grabs a hold of this rat, and fucking stabs it in the shoulder. It's just like, just fucking die! The rat responds in a very thoughtful and intellectual manner. It bites her in the face. How you doing, Penny? Oh, okay then. All right. So she grabs it, she's fucking die! And then you hear a loud crunching sound as it turns. Its teeth sink into the side of her cheek, and you watch as one of her eyes just kind of pops in half. The other side of its jaw clamps shut on the other side of her jaw, and it more or less bites down with enough force to break her head in half. Her lower jaw just drops to the floor, and she just collapses. And from her head, nothing but black. And it's not flowing the way the other blood did either. At this point, it's just thick, kind of an ichor. It's basically just sort of like oozing out of the hole in her head and wrapping around what remains of her hair.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna throw up real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, considering what a horror show this hospital has been, she's in a better place, which is to say anywhere but here.
Delilah blushes.
Delilah. Ooh.
Jesus Christ.
Hey.
Now, the rat, as I said, is
No, not ooh, more like ooh.
just leans down. How you feeling? Oh, did I corrupt you at all? Oh, I didn't. Fuck. Next time. It's okay. I mean, seriously. Okay, so the rat is taking a fast action, and I need to determine who it's attacking. Guess who it has a preference for attacking? Kai.
Delish.
Listen.
So
I smell a cat.
do you want to be 1, 2, 3 or 3, 4, 5?
3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5? No, I guess it didn't matter. Okay, so after it takes her face off, you watch the thing crunch and start to swallow, and you can see bits of her face that it just took off sliding down its throat as some of its wounds start to disappear. The flesh starts just like knitting itself back together. Little bits of pus and broken shards of bone start to pop out of it, replaced. And as it turns to you, it bears those big fangs all over again.
Howdy, cowboy.
With a rattling screech.
I'm sorry, Alistair's sister, but I value my life over you.
I mean, I don't even think you could win in a fight right now against it if it just healed most of its health back.
Yeah, no, but I could try.
Now, just to be very clear, I will say it again. Some of its health, some of its wounds.
You know, I was actually feeling good about this battle and didn't think we were gonna die, but now I'm starting to think we're all gonna die.
I'm actually going to point out there's a second body it hasn't eaten near it that it can heal from.
Now, Kai, what's your defense?
I think it's 11, but on my sheet, it says my defense is 0. Something happened that messed that up.
No.
What's your agility?
Agility is 11.
And do you have a shield or armor at all?
No.
Okay, then yeah,
No.
your defense is 11.
All of my characters are played the same. I don't carry any armor or defense.
And this is how you die.
Yeah.
Does it tie go to defender or attacker?
It goes to attacker. TN is your defense is the target number it needs to hit.
Well,
Take a quick little look-see-do.
you have permission to burn a fortune to prevent instant death here, Kai.
Or you can pull a card.
I think. Oh yeah, we have a card left, don't we? Yeah. That.
You have 2.
I do like pulling cards. Does
Oh my
anybody
fucking
have
God.
a preference what I do?
Do you want to wait for?
Die.
Do you just go ahead and die?
Just pull the card and kill us all.
Okay, so you pull the tower and the fucking cultist hit squad shows up again.
The fucking door kicks down. Hey guys, we brought our leader back to life somehow. We're gonna kill you all over again.
Oh, and we leveled. We leveled for successfully killing you.
Okay, but seriously.
Is anyone actually against me pulling a card?
Yeah, you can either pull a card, use a karma, or you can do both.
Yeah, I mean, you can actually wait until you're dead to use the karma, so I guess, like,
Just
go
pull the
and
card.
Can I
pull
pull
the
a
card. If you really want to. I don't want you to, but if you must.
Do it.
Hey,
Lovi's-
if Delilah and Lovi say it, you know it's a good idea.
I trust Lovi's judgment 100% of the time, and that means I'm gonna pull a card. Sasha, hit me with that tarot deck.
All right, now you can hear me
I hate my
shuffling.
life.
You can hear me shuffling. Go.
I'm chaotic stupid with every character, Arlyeon. Welcome.
Okay, I'm gonna keep shuffling until you say pull.
Pull.
Okay. Now, I'm holding the card in my hand. I haven't looked at it yet. You gotta roll me that D4. On a 4, it's upside down. On a 1, 2, or 3, it's right side up.
It's a 1.
It's right side up. Okay. Just need to now look up what that is.
Oh, it's the tower.
My God!
I was joking about you getting like why do you keep doing this to us,
I'm
CJ?
sorry.
Okay, so I mean, leveled up cultists come in to kill us.
Like, I just, like, it's this fucking
I know that.
caster fucking hitting a thing with a lightning bolt. It's hilarious.
Wait, is the reverse tower the bad one, or is upright bad?
No, upright tower is destruction.
Fucking Christ!
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Rest in peace. I'm pretty sure you're dead.
Dang.
That's seriously some absolute bullshit, and I wish I had a camera because it would have made it even more funny.
I hate that.
Okay.
I didn't want it, but
So, wait, okay. To be fair, it's not actually. Fuck off.
It's
There.
it's
not
new
actually-
beginnings,
It's not
right?
actually- it's there's a few that are new beginnings. It's not actually necessarily bad. It's just sudden change, upheaval, chaos, revelation, and awakening.
Or destruction.
Chaos, you say?
So it So it basically means everything is going to shift really dramatically.
Okay. Well,
Let's see. How can I? Okay. Everybody, roll me.
I found one of my tarot decks, guys.
Nice. Okay.
That's the one I
Roll,
don't like.
everybody roll me 3d2s.
Twos.
that's the damage we just took. We're super fucked. Because I'm gonna point out, like, you actually basically cannot survive that roll, Kai.
That would be boring.
Yeah.
You know, if the four doesn't represent death in in Western cultures, right?
Oh, don't worry. There's
The Western
Eastern.
game.
There's Eastern cultures in Shadows of the Demon Lord as well, and I have an Eastern expansion for it.
And it's
no.
horrifying, by
God.
the way. It is horrifying.
Oh, the mists. The mists are great.
Okay, so. Okay, let's start with Alistair. Sam. Okay.
On the bright side, I don't have to draw a new little thing for this. I can just read the tower drawing that I already did for the first time I pulled it.
Was it the reverse tower we pulled last time, or the normal tower?
It's the same picture, I just flip it.
Okay,
Yes,
but
it
it
was
was the reverse tower last time?
I
remember.
don't know. I think it was just normal. No, it must have been reversed because it was bad.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sasha just hates us.
I don't hate you. Alright. Alistair,
Yep.
your head feels very, very weird. But your pack feels just a little lighter.
What?
Your pack feels very slightly lighter, and your head feels weird. Like there's something, like it's a little heavier. For everyone around Alistair, he has a candle coming out of the top of his head. Alistair,
What kind of idea do you have now, Alistair?
I think he's about to get lit.
I
Shrimp.
gonna kill all of them.
Is almost mental.
Please enlighten us, Alistair.
I'm watching you flick between my inventories right now, Sosh.
Yes, I know you are. Okay, so Alistair, you can either gain a point of intellect or a point of will. If you do, remove one of your spells. It's like permanent one.
Candle, you handle this
Now,
decision?
while he's handling that, I'm gonna check out who's next. Just mental. Miguel, how you doing, buddy?
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Hmm.
You're not a rogue, right? Oh, you are a rogue. Okay, Miguel. You can either gain a +1 on any roll you not either. You can gain a +1 on any roll you use trickery on. But if you do, you have a bane on all future perception checks. And the +1, by the way, does have to apply. So if you use trickery on a perception check, you don't get the +1 because it doesn't officially give you the boon.
That
You can think on that.
that's going to be a hard pass for me.
Hard pass? All right, nothing for you. Rank. You are just. Yeah. Wait, Frank, do you not have your weapon anymore?
I should have my weapon.
You should. I don't see it on your sheet, but it's probably just somewhere else. Oh, there it is. All right, Frank.
Hmm?
You are not likely to lose your rapier anymore.
Oh no.
What hand? Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay. Because from your right elbow is not extending an arm any longer, but extending a rapier. Your rapier. It glistens with a strange and otherworldly light.
You know, I just realized this is actually the worst possible punishment you could give Frank too. You just took a writer's writing hand.
His right hand? And maybe I did, maybe I did not.
Is it from my shoulder or my elbow?
Your elbow.
Okay, that's not quite as bad. I was gonna say, look.
Yeah, that'd be funny, but no.
Oh, no, so I am gonna have to tackle this cauldron.
I'm gonna wave my arm at it. Delilah. If you'd like, you can gain 3 maximum hit points. But if you do, you'll take +1 damage from any physical attack.
No.
Okay. And who's left? Kai. Mental and material. All right.
Hi, I'm terrified. I'm gay teen, and I'm ready to die.
What up? Kai, you can gain the ability to use your finesse sneak attack as a cat,
Okay.
but you'll lose the ability to use trickery if you're not a cat.
Nah.
Okay. No to the first. Second.
See, I'm trying to figure out if I should give up the sense magic spell, because, I mean, a 5-yard sense magic thing, just tells me if something is magic, and I still have to figure out. So it's basically would let me figure if there's an ongoing magical effect, and the point originates within 5 yards, which means I've normally set it off, so it's only really useful for identifying, which I'll probably be able to just do by making a check later with my professions anyways. Cries. It makes my character sheet cleaner, so I'm gonna scrap sense magic and gain +1 will.
Okey-doke.
And that means I'm slightly harder to drive insane.
Now you can just drive other people insane. And Kai, you know that tiny metal box you have?
Yeah.
That is embedded in the back of your hand.
Okay. Like, there's my hand and then a box, or it is like replace the bone in my hand and it's just raised slightly.
Like it is coming out of your hand. You can see the top of the box come out of your hand.
Like, how far is it coming out of my hand?
A little bit. Enough that you could probably open it up if it has a top.
Okay. Well, it's just a ticking box noise. So.
That it is. It's just a ticking box.
It's a bomb. I just blow up during one of the sessions.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
That said, the rat still bites you.
Dang.
How many hit points do you have?
4.
4.
Yeah, you're allowed to use, because you can use, like, a fortune to avoid a killing blow. I don't think we've burned any fortune yet.
I don't remember.
Because you guys prevented me from doing so.
I'm looking at the sheet here, but...
Sasha. Are you guys okay with me burning a fortune?
We'd rather you not die and feed the rat.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure, like, maybe somebody just really wanted Kai dead. I will burn a fortune if
I mean, ideally, it's a tempting prospect sometimes, but also please don't die.
Hey, I wanted to help with your sister.
Oh, I know. As I said, I see it as a tempting prospect sometimes.
If we have a fortune, I would like to burn a fortune to not die, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well then, it turns out that the teeth just barely miss you and clamp like you lose a whisker. It pulls it right out of your face, and wow, does that hurt. But you're okay.
Sweet.
Now with that tomfoolery out of the way, it's everyone else's turn.
How far can I move?
If you want to move to the cauldron, you could do that.
Can I make my check first in case it helps you figure out where to tackle?
That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah, okay.
You are specifically trying to figure out what any details of this spell happen to be?
Yeah, and it also because I can sort of look at the... Because you said it's like there's a spell circle too, right?
Mm-hmm. You're having a bit more trouble identifying what that spell circle might be about.
Yeah, but at the very least, I might be able to pick out, like, if there's any sort of, like, because I've seen spell circles made for different spells, and specifically for occult rituals, I might be able to figure out, like, how best to sabotage this. So, you know, it's straws. We are grasping at straws, but it's fine.
At least you're not grasping at straws.
Truth.
Blah!
So, recall past success gives me the next attack roll or challenge roll before the spell ends. You make the roll with 2 boons. And now I'm making... So I'd probably have, what, like 3 boons then? Because I also have...
One of your skills?
Yeah. My profession. So... Is it like an intellect roll, or...
More or less, yeah.
Okay. I probably should have increased intelligence for this, but I was like, what am I actually going to be using more in the long run? Holy shit!
You fail. Okay.
The like perfect roll.
Get
I wish we had roll 20 on screen for it to just show a 26 and just have that casual. You fail.
Yeah. but you know, I'm also picturing, because like fucking Alistair actually took on his little thing, and the little candle on his head actually like lifts up, floats, and glows brighter. He's like, I got an idea.
But what you all do see is the flame goes on his head, on the candle.
Amazing.
Get the catalyst out of the pot, and you'll end the spell. That is pretty much as clear cut as it gets.
Frank, just pull her out of the pot. Don't even tip it.
Keep in mind though, as again, I said, you're pretty sure that you were right about the whole defensive thing. You're not sure anybody with black blood should be going near it, but then again, they could be fine. You don't know. Maybe they're
Frank
old
doesn't
and
have
brave.
black blood, thankfully, and he does have a defense against death magic.
Black
I only have one arm, and I'm not too strong, so I think I should tip it instead of trying to lift an entire body out there one hand.
Yeah, fair. I mean, tip it and then drag her out. It's fine.
She's gonna fly out of there.
It's fine.
Alright, so Frank, you are taking action and going to approach the spot and try and trip it?
Actually, Frank first is like he's running over there, and then he glances at Alistair as he's saying that, and then kind of takes a double take. And he's like, Alistair, you have a candle coming out of your head.
Just flatline, like, I don't know how to process this news, but I mean, my head does feel heavier.
And then he looks down at his arm. He's like, this is just like Miguel in the Battle Network, my famous book.
Oh, Lord.
So can I move enough to get like a running start if I go around to like tackle this from where's the tool to draw? Not draw, but yeah, if I go like this way, do I have like enough movement to get like a running start to tackle this thing?
Kinda, but then again, it's a cauldron. It's kind of like, it's big, it's heavy, and it's probably gonna resist a running tackle. Your best bet is probably to just crank it over if you can.
You could always do the best thing of just sitting on the edge and trying to be like, and now to push it over with my newfound weight. My thickness.
You did not grant me thickness, so I may tip this pot.
Just please not so thick that I can't sneak away from the guards because my ass clamp.
Shut up! Oh my god.
I remember Frank being dummy thick, but okay.
I was dissociating and I come back to, I hope the sound of his ass cheeks don't alert the guard.
Alright, so Frank, what you gonna do?
Okay, in that case, I guess I'll, oops, that's not the right thing. I'll go here, I guess, and try to just, like, pull it towards me, I guess would be the easiest way to tip it over.
First, what is your will?
Let's see.
It's how many
10.
people bitten black blood? 1, 2, 3, 10? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh no.
Okay. So as you get close, you can feel this thing starting to eat at you. Like, it's like pulling your life force out of your body. Take 3 points of damage.
Oh no. How much health do I have?
Did it count as a death attack, Sasha? If it counts as death magic, he has a boon.
I'm going to give you a slight hint here, Alistair. You remember all that substance that's drawn on the floor?
Right, blood magic.
It's blood magic.
Blood magic.
Good observation. Alright, so Frank, you grab hold of this and you go to try and tip it over. You're going to have a major problem doing so, considering your right arm is a sword. Now, you are inherently aware of something. you can change it back. But it'll cost you a health.
How much health do I have?
2.
Oh.
That pot can do 6 damage to you tops a turn.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep the sword arm for now.
Okay.
Sword arm online.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, we did get in the situation from rolling the tower.
Okay. Well, in that case, you can roll a strength check with a Bane.
Oh no.
That train.
Hi, Train. What's up?
Wow!
Whoa.
Hey, it's just indicating that Frank's really been training for this.
He's got the gun show!
Frank basically just kind of looks at it, looks at a sword arm, grabs a pot, and slam dunks it. And as he does, he can see... you can clearly see a woman inside. But she doesn't leave. As you tip it over and like it tilts onto its side, the aura doesn't go anywhere. And you kind of see her still pressed up against the bottom of the pot, as if gravity hadn't changed for her at all. Also, Frank, as you're looking at her, she's slightly, like, ghostly. Like, you can see through her.
Well, this isn't how Hansel, Gretel, and Linda ended. But it's at least it's interesting.
Lord. All right. Well, that's 2. We have Kai, Delilah, and Miguel.
I guess I'm gonna go and I'm gonna try to start pushing this heavy ass fucking cauldron over to the rat.
All right. Well, just give me a strength check, boss.
Yeah, that's what I figured. The wall's right behind me, yeah?
Yes.
I'm gonna try to use that for some leverage to get like the initial push going so I can use my trickery basically.
That'll do. Go for it. Hey, a basic success is what again, Alistair?
Anything that's like, what, 10 or higher?
10 or higher. So, you get a hold of it, you push off the wall, and with the strength of trickery, literally only, you manage to get it moving. This thing is even heavier than you thought it would be, honestly. Like, Miguel, you've been around material goods for quite some time, shall we say?
Yeah.
This thing looks heavy and feels way heavier. It's got like an extra 100 pounds on it at least.
As I'm just pushing it, I'm like, why does he always pull me into this stupid nonsense? I'm trying to do the walk back, like push, just full body pressure, just move.
Okay, so boom, with a good old shove, he huffs it on over there, and he's almost out of breath by the time he does, because holy shit. But regardless, it's over there.
Delilah, get it in the pot!
Delilah's like, I get to make rat soup.
Soup.
So speaking of, Kai, Delilah, who's taking an action?
I mean, technically you could take a simultaneous action, I get, and try to group yeet it and slam dunk it.
I mean, true.
Could we group yeet it?
Yeah.
You can, though. It
Wait. Does that means you're greeting it?
Just keep in mind, when you pick this thing up, I guarantee it's going to bite you. It's going to bite somebody.
Okay, well...
Let Delilah grab it first. She's into it.
Uh-huh. How much health am I at?
3.
I'm pretty sure she had gotten hit pretty bad by the rat.
Okay, so honestly, neither of you should handle it because you're both going to get one shot.
Just flip the fucking cauldron on it. Nah.
Actually, yes. That's probably your best option.
Could we do that instead?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Let's do that then.
I mean, Miguel can probably just kind of like let you pass while he steps on Penny's dilapidated corpse.
Yeah, well.
Or, step this way.
That would take you away from the rat.
Oh, that's true. It was bad.
But
Let's not do that.
It's easy enough to shuffle around.
Sweet.
Y'all are teammates.
Yeah.
Tomats.
Tomates. Oh wait, that's tomatoes.
Tomats.
Tomate.
I believe in you guys.
I believe in Steve. All right. So, Delilah and Kai. By the way, before you do this, you both get to make a perception check as well.
Oh no. Hold on. Where's my perception? Why are people texting me? I'm dying. Okay. No boons or banes.
Nope. Hey, you both make it. All right, so Delilah and Kai. There's probably a reason this cauldron weighs an extra 100+ pounds. There's somebody in it.
What?
Looks like Alistair's sister.
Oh my.
Oh.
You heard him. Tip it over on the rat.
Oh no.
I have to admit, I was kind of looking forward to no one making it and you just tossing this rat into that cauldron because that was going to be hilarious. But
well, one of us should take her out.
probably.
Which one of us wants to do that?
That'd
got
probably
the
be
strength?
Delilah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, what would be lighter, the cauldron without her or just her? Because I have -1 strength.
The cauldron is pretty hefty.
Like, she's probably gonna be a lot lighter than the cauldron.
Okay,
So,
I can try to.
I was about to say, and remember we said something, or Alistair was like, tip over the cauldron. Just tip it over.
Can I like brace myself with like on the cauldron and use trickery to try to pull her up? Like by trying to brace myself maybe against a corpse and the cauldron.
Whoops, in the cauldron. All right. Yeah, sure. Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, cool. Hold on.
Do it.
Forgot
Succeed.
how to do
God, that would have
things.
been hilariously tragic.
Oh yeah, seriously. Like 3 failed perception checks, and then you throw the killer rat into the pot that has your sister in it.
No!
I would. Oh no.
Oh, actually, you know what, Kai?
Did you
Wait.
fail?
Mhm.
Critically? Oh no. Okay.
Burn,
I thought you.
What the hell?
burn a fortune to force the check. It's worth it at this point. I'm hoping we have it. We've used 1 fortune.
Okay, this isn't a life or death situation. Is
Actually-
everybody okay with me using?
I would say yes, simply because I have an idea of what the hell's going on.
Yeah, same.
Man,
2 yeses.
I'm gonna say, if you actually know the full details of what's going on, I will be beyond impressed.
I don't think I know the full details of what's going on, but I have a decent idea.
Fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Including this possibly being her being soul ripped right now.
Absolutely possible.
So yeah, no, it's not life and death for us. It's life and death for
For us.
someone. And
But does anybody not want me to?
yeah,
Okay.
we're fine with it.
Okay, I'll use a fortune if we still have one.
You do.
You do?
You do.
Time
Time to take a big dump, giant dump on this rat's head.
So you grab a hold of her, the sister lady, and at first you don't get it. Like your foot actually slips off of Penny's corpse as you hear another crunch and pop her jaw even further out of place.
Oops.
But
Gross.
as that happens, your fingers at the last second actually latch onto Alistair's sister's shoulder, and like her clothing. And as your foot slips on the broken jaw and you fall backwards, you grab hold of her and she goes, boom, gets like pulled out of there along with it. And now you do hear a resounding boom, but that's probably her shoulder and not her head hitting the side.
It's fine. She was already indecipherable from being concussed. So I hear like the tung thunk glance.
Ah!
Do I get? Can I make like another, it like check because of what the fuck just happened for like
What?
processing?
What kind of check are you talking about?
Intellect. She was
No.
the different cauldron. What?
Oh yeah, you have no clue right now. No clue yet. But in the meantime, we still have one more person this round, and Delilah, what you doing?
You
The
sent
cauldron
I'm
me
is
gonna attack
something.
this rat.
That's fair.
Where'd you send me it?
Further. Yeah, okay.
Roll 20.
Oh. Where do I find it? Oh.
This is, it should be right there.
Any modifiers to it?
Not currently.
Do I
Hate
have
is-
any boons or banes at the moment?
To attack the rat, did you... You took a lot of damage the last one, right? Doesn't that give you a boon with your next action?
Yeah.
Alright, well then, yeah. Oh. It's got health equal to... Alright. Delilah, please describe killing the rat, because it is finally fucking dead.
Yay! I'm not very good at describing deaths, but
Did you just like tip the pot over on top of its face and crunch it in?
no.
Okay.
No, I grab it by its tail, hold it upside down, and stab it through its gut.
Okay. So basically, you reach out, go to grab for it. It lunges at you to bite you. You nimbly dodge to the side like Shia LaBeouf. Grab it by the tail, lift it on up, and fucking gut the thing. And all that falls out of it is heads.
Heads?
All heads looking like Alistair's sister. Black, shriveled, desiccated heads. Some in better condition than others. Some are full, some are half broken. Some are like beaten to pulps. Some look like they're almost shrunken. Some are rotting, some are fresh. But as you open it up, just heads upon heads upon heads come pouring out of its gut and pour onto the ground in front of it. And that is a Kai, Miguel. Others are too far away. Delilah, I don't think would be bothered by that. Kai, Miguel, make me a will check.
Oh god, that's disgusting.
I've been organizing cards, so I actually can't reach my mouse at the moment. Will check?
Yep.
Dang!
For once, I don't actually fail one.
I failed again. That's 6 insanity now, at least.
That's where I would have been.
You sound like Danny Sexbang. Oh, that's 6 insanity by now. At least. Damn it.
Listen, that's a compliment. Danny's
Yeah,
like, great.
I'm not insulting you.
I know.
Alright. So,
Would a short action be considering door slam?
you can run over and try that, yeah. It might not go the best for you, but it's something.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that.
Alright, well, first off, I'm going to do this. Alright, so Kai is terrified for the next 6 rounds. Alistair, describe what you're doing.
So Alistair just like perks up, gets like a sort of panicked look, and then just basically goes full tilt dash and like dives to go and like just grab the door and slam it shut.
Okay, move yourself in front of where the door panel is.
What's gotten into you?
As you see a very familiar, tall, ragged thing sprinting up the stairs. And as Alistair dives in front of the door, it's basically that slow-mo sort of thing where he's reaching to slam the door, and it's got its nasty hooked dagger raised up, and it's staring down from its 7-foot fucking trench coat full of fairies. And in that moment where it's staring into his eyes, what you can hear is...
I've seen you die 10 times already. Let's go for 11.
Ow.
11's not a good number though. Maybe if it was like 16. Shut up, perfect square.
Does the door slam into its face now?
We're about to find out. Okay, where are you? Blah, 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 blah. Come on.
I'm not surprised it survived jumping out the window.
Oh no, it was fine. Where is that? +2 achievements. Okay, so it's actually got Banes because the door is being slammed and it didn't get to sneak attack anybody. So basically, Alistair, what's your defense?
Not great.
Fair enough.
11.
Okay. So it actually has a Bane because you found it and are slamming the door in its face. And basically it's a matter of if it hits you, then you don't manage to slam the door on it. You just manage to slam the door on its arm. And if it misses, well, obviously your attack was successful, or your action.
Yay.
Is there anything else you'd like to do in that brief second, or it's staring at you, hissing at you?
God, I wish I was not Alistair so I could double middle finger as I'm going by, but he wouldn't do that.
That's fair. All right, then. 3, 2, 1, literally.
Oh,
Okay, so basically it goes and its knife comes down at your eyes to try and pluck one of them out, just as the door goes boom right in its face, and the knife goes just into the very thick wood, and of course doesn't do jack shit.
That's what I was doing. To answer your question, Tulio, we have issues.
Okay, so you slammed the door shut on it. I'm assuming I saw it because I heard him just
like as soon as he did that, you could all turn around and see it immediately.
Oh, come the fuck on!
Okay. I have an immediate brilliant suggestion.
You don't.
I point at Delilah. I point at Tulio, and I point at Kai, and then I point at the cauldron, and then like put the thumb towards the door that I'm holding.
I think he wants you to
push the cauldron over there.
I don't know.
Wow.
Climb in the cauldron and pretend you're rowing a boat.
As they all jump into the cauldron and then start rowing. Is there something still in the cauldron over there, Frank?
Is there something in there? Frank's looking in there.
And which one? The one you just tilted over?
Yeah.
Okay. As she was pulled out of the other cauldron, the red glow on this one stopped, and the astral figure, the ghostly figure inside, just vanished.
Aha!
Looks like she's vanished.
My theory was correct.
Okay, help me with this door. He's going to get through and kill me. I think specific. What's your beef with me?
You're a bitch.
sorry, it would be.
Frank translate.
It wouldn't be what's your beef. It would be what's your issue with me?
Well, it's probably the same issue that we all have with you.
I know what you do.
With that, you can hear it skittering away.
Like, is it all like already down the bottom of the stairs?
You can hear it skittering away. That's about all.
Okay.
You can always stand up and try and look through the bars and see if it's still down there.
I guess I'm going to stand up.
If you're not afraid of it pitching a glass shard into your eye.
I'm going to stand up, not peer directly through. Alistair hops up. It's not the I'm going to do just like the hop. Like the kid thing where you jump up in front of a window to be like, stealing a glance.
What you see is it basically doing that warped, twisted, skittering thing just all the way down the stairs. It does, however, stop and pick something up, and you realize that it's some pieces from the guards that it stuffs under its jacket as it runs.
Gross.
Oh, these are lovely.
Is there like a bar that would go over this door?
Yep, you can slide a bar over.
Yeah, I slide the bar over. I'm like, okay, it's going to be coming back soon to kill us, I'm pretty sure, and I'm betting it likes its odds.
Are you sure that it's not just going to try to set the building on fire again?
I mean, it very well might, but currently, even if it does, we need to go and get evidence from this place so we can be justified for the fact that we killed the warden. So we're tossing the room, and also in case he has anything occult or, you know, that might help with the wounds that most of us have. Maybe we could do some first aid to Frank here with his eyes being a little fucked up. Maybe get some rags to clean that off. Rags from, like, I don't know, one of the bodies that aren't as bad as the others. Check Penny for anything. Like, we have... It took him, like, a minute to get around the building, right?
About that, yeah.
We have a minute or two, at best. Let's go. By the way, at this point, I think with a will of fucking 14, I'm allowed to be composed, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, 15 is normal human cap.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I suppose I'll try to search his desk.
Are all the things on the side, like, bookcases?
Yeah, basically these are bookcases and, like, basically filing. Here is a chest. That would be some of his more eloquent books. So, like, actual reading material. And, of course, that's his main desk and the chair and the window that was hopped out of.
Right. Once you search, pull the drawers out of the desk and then stick it in front of the window so that he might not be able to climb through the window and stab us from behind. He's gonna get through. That's a thing we can't stop, but...
I suppose I will try to do that. You realize I'm not the strongest individual here.
You're not the only one here. I'm not just asking you to help. Everyone, we're going to die if we don't get this together and figure something out quick.
And yet you and I seem to be the only ones who get things done.
Which, on
Hey,
that...
I got your sister. I got his sister out of the cauldron.
Which, thank you, Kai. I appreciate that. Eventually, drinks are on me if we somehow get money out of this. And don't die.
Getting money out of things.
Which, by the way, I'm going to the fancy bookcase. I'm like, Kai, you're proficient with chests and stuff. You do that. Delilah, Frank, desk, help with that. We'll do the bookcase last. The other bookcase is last. I think this one's more likely to be for what it is. Files.
Delilah eats the desk.
I'm pulling out all the drawers.
Okay.
Right, so Miguel is pulling out drawers to try to look for files and evidence on, like, what this guy was doing.
Basically.
Okay.
Like, if they have, like, rollers that I can pull them off of, I'm just trying to, like, pull them off of it.
Yeah, just not really being subtle, just going straight for it. No problem. So, in order, we got Miguel doing that. Kai, what are you doing?
There are like chests or there more cabinets I can look through.
Yeah, there is filing and bookshelves basically all over here. So,
Okay.
more of what he's looking for. There's a chest over here. There's like reading material here. Cauldron there and there. Corpses around here.
I'll go for the chest.
Okay. You can move yourself over there.
No, I can't. I don't have legs.
You only need a hand. It's okay. You can be like Rayman. You don't even need an arm.
No, you'll just squiggle on your belly.
Frank, what are you up to?
What did Arlyeon ask me to do with my one arm?
Help move the desk in front of the window.
Okay, that's what I'm doing then.
All right, so you're kind of trying to push a big desk in towards the window?
Yeah, I'll help. I can still do things.
All right. So you're trying to do that. I'll put you inside the desk for now. Delilah, what are you doing?
You assume I can help in this matter, but I cannot read.
I've asked you to move the desk. You can be as illiterate as you want, Delilah.
Why am I moving the desk?
He's gonna climb up to the window and kill us all. We're trying to slow him down.
Then why would I move the desk? Let me throw the desk out the window at him.
Actually, got a point.
We set up the desk so it's close to being thrown out at the window at him, obviously. Of course, would you just move it in front of the window, Delilah?
No. No, I'm just kidding. I'm gonna move it.
No, I think I want you all to die.
I mean, knowing Delilah, they were like blush at like the one thing.
Okay, so Miguel, you're literally okay. Miguel is backpedaling across the room, yanking these drawers out and throwing them to the side as Frank and Delilah are shoving the desk towards him. If Miguel doesn't pay attention, he's going to get shoved out the window. Kai, on the other hand, is slinky slooping across the floor to go towards the chest. And Alistair, you are
checking the personal library bookcasey thing because I figure that's where any books actually relevant that would be dangerous would be. The stuff that, you know, his personal reading, including... Also, I've stepped off slightly to the side of the bookcase as I'm pulling books out, just in case, like, one of them is Dart Trap behind book you pull out, because Corpse Trap was already there.
what? I
Yeah.
wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no,
wouldn't do
because
that.
also, just because in case there's, like, a book behind a book, because, I mean, I don't know. This guy was obviously running a super sketchy show for fucking however long.
I wouldn't do that.
Weeks, months.
How long? Probably a while. I mean, Penny could tell you all about her. Oh.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, her brother was, I think, pretty guaranteed dead at this point. So, I mean, she's off to see her brother.
Wonderful brother of Oz.
So,
Okay.
I mean, it's fine. We reunited them after all.
Congratulations. All right, so Miguel, you have a good like 6 to 8 drawers worth just of paper just all over the floor. Some of the papers have spilled out onto the floor, and it's not like they were all stacked full, but they're like fairly full. They're reasonably full. Most of them were layered nicely on top of each other. Not quite so much anymore. Ooh, excuse me.
Thank you.
So you've got a fair bit before you. It depends on what you want to do with it, frankly, because like you can sit down and just try to start leafing through it if you like.
Frankly.
No, this is Miguel. He's got to be doing it in. Miguel.
So that's it. I'm gonna be trying to like flip through them and look for anything that looks particularly pertinent, like just
Damning.
particularly damning.
All right. So to do given a brief glance for now, I know that you two are pushing, and so you keep pushing the desk, and eventually that means that this chair just kind of goes and falls out the window because that desk gets pushed.
Can we roll to see if we hear a ow as the chair goes flying out the window?
I mean, you can roll if you want. I'm not going to tell you anything, but you can roll if you like.
Please God, nat 20. I mean, whatever. It's a 16 for like suddenly just chair smacks into this asshole's face.
Oh, my hiding place directly below the window. Oh, how did they know?
That is why I was like, you know, even if we kill this rat, I'm not poking my face out the window to look down, because I was just expecting you to be sitting there, hanging there the entire time, just kill the first person who looked out.
Quite possibly. You might do that. 3. Okay, so Kai. Okay, Kai. I'm afraid there's nothing Kai can do. The chest seems to be locked. I mean, what's Kai?
no.
What's Kai gonna like? You have no options to handle this.
No, not my profession or my can help with this at all.
Yeah.
We're good,
So,
we're good.
what's somebody else doing since Kai is completely helpless? I'm going to take a wild shot in the dark and say you drop kick the chest.
Yes. No.
Okay, that was a dumb plan. You should have picked a lock.
Can I pick the lock?
Of course.
What type of check do I make?
That's agility.
Agility.
You have a boon from your profession, and if you can find some way to do it in a cool and or fancy way, you can get trickery as well.
Can I stand on top of the chest and do it?
You know what? Sure. Normally, I would not count that because that would be a penalty against you. But you guys have been through a lot of shit, so sure. Why not?
I'm just picturing them like flopped over it now lazily, just like staring into the log, and they're just completely sprawled over like, I'm half dead, fam, but here's me unlocking a chest.
Yeah, I'm like flipped over, so I'm actually looking at it upside down. I can see into the lock better that way.
Taking a selfie. Like, hashtag almost dead. Holy fuck. Like you needed it. You're just like, yeah,
a 25 for the viewers.
Click.
Okay, so Kai,
Yes.
I'm going to send you the first thing you see in there. I
Okay.
want you to say it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
that sounds like loot, fam.
Really?
So what kind of poker face does Kai have there?
So,
Actually, that's a funny thing. It doesn't matter because no one's looking at Kai.
yeah.
I know where you're all looking. I can see it.
True.
How small is the second thing?
It's something about the size. It's a slightly larger than your hand.
Can I, pocket that?
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Guys, I found healing kits.
Oh my god. Someone. So okay, it's the thing in the way of the window. If so, someone get Frank a medic. Also yourself, Kai. You, and also Delilah. Are me and Miguel the least dead here?
Yep, I barely am damaged at all.
I'm fine. Take
Is
care
there
of
anything
yourself
else in the
first.
chest? Damning documents, shifty looking tomes, anything magical looking, pulsating hearts that he might have turned into like
that
a grenade.
was just on top. Hold on. Give me a second. How many healing kits are there?
4.
4? So, how many of us are hurt? 3 of us? I've forgotten how to count.
One of you can double up, or I guess keep it in case someone hits like 0.
We should keep it. Can Kai keep the extra kit?
Yes. Just,
well, I was
don't-
asking Sasha.
You can.
Because
keep
you
it.
guys still are
Literally.
over there.
Nobody can stop you from keeping whatever you want.
I
You're
mean,
okay.
we're currently shouting at you because you're like, "Hey, I found stuff." So it's like at this point, Alistair is looking at you. You've already pocketed the thing.
I'm still a con artist.
Oh yeah,
I
but no, you're like, "Can I keep a thing?" Yeah, sure, whatever. We need someone.
Sweet. I'm gonna pocket one of the healing kits, and then obviously the 3 other ones will be used on me, Delilah, and Frank.
Whenever you get a chance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to like if the thing's in the way. Miguel, just hold the desk in place for a second, and you all can have a cuddle puddle in front of the chest and get healed now, please.
Well, okay, let me take out the healing kits. What's underneath the healing kits and the other stuff?
1 second, just fleshing out that second thing.
Okay, cool.
I feel like you just got something amazing.
No. Why would I do that?
Feel free to mark that down on your sheet.
You found the holy hand
that's
grenade
the
of
thing
Antioch.
That's what I pocketed?
The second thing, yes.
Yes, okay.
Right, so mark that down. Mark down a healing kit while you're at it.
Okay, hold on. That's so many things I have to do. Add 2 whole things.
It's a real shame.
Also,
Okay.
Sasha, the only way to actually get spells is to level, right? Is there other mechanics to acquire spells in the game?
Well, I don't know if the game itself has it thus far. It might not.
It
but
has
either way-
incantations, which are like temp things, scrolls,
Well, probably just incantations in that case.
but they're not permanent. They're like one-use things.
Yep.
I think wizards can write stuff down in their tome, but I mean that also generally involves killing another wizard and taking it off their cold dead body, and some items you pick up will do that.
We'll kill wizards and take things off their cold dead body.
I mean, I'm game once we're high enough level. Like, at least higher than 3, because guaranteed all wizards are at least level 3.
It's true. All right, so Kai,
Yeah.
underneath the first layer, you find 3 rolled scrolls.
Okay.
You find a flask with kind of a brownish, kind of murky-looking liquid,
Okay.
and you find a small metal box.
Another small metal box.
This one is not ticking, and it appears to have a lid and a keyhole, but you don't see a key.
Well, we can just pick that lock later. Okay, I'm going to pocket that one too.
All right.
Because
I mean, bright side though, I actually directed the other people to hang out with you, you nerd.
Okay, well, I'm still the one grabbing stuff. Alistair and everyone else, I think there's magic stuff in here, but I can't read. So, healing kits, guys!
All right. So speaking of which, since you guys have the thing in front of the window, Frank and Delilah are going over to Kai right now.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes from Frank. Delilah, you too?
Yep.
Okay. Now, who's getting the healing kits?
The only people who are damaged?
I mean, I only have one
What
arm,
do
so I
you-
probably shouldn't be the one using the healing kits.
Oh, fair.
So you have 4 of those. So okay. So for right now, you essentially have 4 of these kits, 6 uses each. You're missing a total of 9 hit points from Kai, 12 from Delilah, so she could use 2 healers kits worth of healing. And Frank is also missing 12. So you could actually use all 4 healers kits on just Frank and Delilah right now.
I mean, my actual suggestion would be to use one on Kai, use one on Delilah and Frank, and then split one between Delilah and Frank since they're both frontliners.
That's smart. Yeah. Well, I will unpocket that healing kit and so that we can use it since they're so dead and they do so little. Well, I mean, they do 6, but that's still so little.
All right. So that's 6 health to each of them, and then split a third one between them.
Yeah, which...
And the last one is going to Kai specifically.
Yes.
Okay.
So wait, what was Frank at before? Like 3?
Well, right now he's at 11.
How do you delete
No, I
things
mean-
off these sheets?
Okay, so he's at 11 health with that added.
Yeah, with everything put together, he's at 11.
Delilah's at 12.
Yep.
And then Kai is at 10.
Correct.
Pass me the scrolls. Oh yeah, by the way, how's my luck been in going through the bookcase?
Wow, thanks, Kai. I feel a lot better now.
Oh
You're
yeah,
welcome.
Frank's not likely to get a disease anymore.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Okay, so yeah. Sash, what's in the fucking bookcase?
As for you... Oh, right. I forgot to check for the tripping hazards.
Uh-huh, I'm really glad I stood off to the fucking side.
I'm fucking with you. There's nothing there. But anyways,
Okay, so the bookcase was a dead end?
well, the bookcase for now, it has a lot of interesting reading that you can pick out here and there with your trained eye. Most of it just seems to be basic literature. Like, he's got all the classic sort of books you'd see any upperclassmen have, so he fits in very well with the high society, you're sure, or he used to before he fucking died. But then there's the occasional book in there that looks like it would fit in a different kind of library.
Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna pocket that. That was what I was looking for. I figured he might, because he was dabbling in this, and it apparently is tied to our family, so there should be at least a few books in that vein. So I grab... Is it just the one book?
There are 2 of them.
Okay, I grab both of them. Yeah, that's about that. I stick those in my pack. I guess I'll wait
Those
and...
down?
Oh, what do I mark them down as?
Suspicious books.
Okay. Suspicious books times 2. I don't have creepy yellow dust on me anymore, so I get to go and remove that. Okay. So suspicious books. Oh man, if they're actually wizardry book, I'm like, how do I get spells? Picks up wizardry book. And other than that, I'm gonna beeline over to the... I'm like, if one of you could bring the scrolls over, I'll give them a look-see, but I'm gonna quickly rifle through here to the file cabinet, because you noticed you mentioned there's like a wall of books, yada yada. Those aren't what's of interest to me. What's of interest to me is the filing cabinet and the trash. Also, Kai!
Kai is BRB.
Actually, you know what? Miguel will also do it. Hey, Tulio! After you're done passing me the scrolls that they wanted me to see, and I actually don't know if I'll be able to figure out what the potion is right now. I'm sort of lacking a certain je ne sais quoi that I had before. I can't actually sense magic anymore, by the way. I need you to search the warden's body for anything on him that might be incriminating or useful.
Do you want me to search these files, or do you want me to?
Oh, okay. I'm searching the files. I mean, I'm imagining you're just sort of picking up everything that isn't nailed down, but fine, Kai. I mean, you pay me rent anyways, and me going out of house and home also doesn't help you, especially since we're growing a growing array of people that want to kill all of us. So yes, fine, feel free, loot him. Just remember that anything magical and occult might be useful to me. And I guess also Tulio. Do you?
That's why I left the scrolls and the potion.
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't actually know what the potion's gonna be, by the way. I have no idea. I could identify magical things before. Since apparently a candle grew out of my head, I can't.
Oh, speaking of which, now that you have time to go through your stuff, you remember that runic skull you had?
Yeah.
With the candle sticking out of the top?
Yeah.
It's not there anymore.
Oh.
There's just a regular human skull there.
Oh my fucking god, there is a rune under... whatever, I still have the sensor necklace. Wait a second, does that mean my head is an implement? Do I have any spells that I can check this with right now, or am I completely out of spells? I have
all of you can see that Alistair has got a bit of that nobleman's madness going on, where he's like, check those files! No, wait, I'm gonna check those files! You do something else! Actually, grab me those things over there! Oh my god, wait, can I cast any spells right now? He's kind of going nuts. While he's doing this, what are all of you doing?
Take a deep breath.
Looks like someone's got a short fuse, or maybe a short wick.
Okay, but seriously. Alistair seems to be a bit overcome at the moment. He's sort of panicking, figuring a whole bunch of stuff out. You can basically see his eyes widening as he's processing all these things at once. Just so much so that he hasn't even stopped to check out his, like, horribly maimed sister yet. So he's clearly a bit spun.
I'm gonna raid the warden's body.
You're moving from the chest of the body.
Yes.
Frank, you are...
I don't know. I don't really know what to do in this situation.
I think it's fine. We're just going from one siege situation to another.
He's just being sad about poor Penny. He's like, oh, Penny, I'm sorry we couldn't save your brother and you.
I'm picturing Frank going over to her and starting to puppet her head and being like, it's okay, Frank. I'm with Linda now.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure your souls will return to the cycle.
All right, so you kind of staying with Penny's body for now. Got 1, 2, 3. Okay, Miguel, you are.
I am.
Are you like still checking through the files for now?
Yeah. Am I finding anything of note?
You're finding the occasional thing. You might have some experience with like con artists and people writing things in specific ways to mean one thing while they write another. I think you might have come across that once or twice.
Yeah, maybe. Considering
you're a law-abiding citizen.
Yep.
Like the movie. Okay, but yeah, you're finding some shady shit in here. Basically, the implications that you can find are that he's selling people in various ways, such as selling them while keeping them inside the walls because no one will believe them, or selling them outside the walls to places that aren't specified, but you're going to guess they probably don't involve sunshine and rainbows.
Probably not.
He's got a labor force in here. That one's not quite as big, but he's digging for something in the basement. I think you all kind of already figured that out, given the excavated basement, but regardless. If that wasn't incredibly clear, it is now incredibly clear. And aside from that, the recent stuff that he's got mentions a partner that's been able to help him see beyond the first page.
See beyond the first page? What the fuck?
Uh-oh. That OO was OOC, because I'm just like, and man, Alistair picked up a pair of suspicious books. This'll go well.
And Delilah, how about you?
I am like keeping any of the pertinent files though.
All right. Do you want me to mark them down, or would you like to?
Feel free to mark them down.
All right. I will summarize in here. And Delilah, what are you saying?
Did I use my recovery?
I don't actually remember. Oh wait, I remember something about Frank not taking something.
Yeah, no, Frank didn't take the corruption. You tried.
Wait until he's in a more desperate situation. It's like, man, Linda sure would hate you to die right now, Frank. Be sure to take all.
You wait until there's like people he needs to save, and then be like, "Are you going to let down Linda in their hour of need? You need to spread the good word of Linda, and you can't do that if you're dead."
So evil.
Okay, Sash. I try and cast hide from undead without using the sensor as a focus, and instead sort of using my own head as a focus.
Okay. Well, you can feel it starting to work, but it's going to take a little something to push it the rest of the way. Do you want to give up 1 hit point?
You know what? Like permanently, or like?
No,
okay.
No.
Oh,
Like,
then yeah, I let it do it and just see if the spell comes out differently too.
All right. So you feel like a pressure in your skull before you feel the runes on the inside of your face starting to like glint and glow. You can feel magic traveling around them, and then, well, the spell kind of comes pouring out of your eyes like yellow mist. Pours down your body, and from there the effect is pretty much as it always is.
Tulio, did you see that?
Tulio, what? I was busy. What are you doing?
Basically.
You know how people typically need a form of implement or foci to be able to cast?
Yes, I suppose.
Okay, I don't.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it hurts. It gives me a horrible headache because I'm pretty sure my skull got replaced with the skull I was carrying around, somehow. Which is why that candle popped up.
Why were you carrying?
Again, how do I end up in all of your crazy schemes? And yet, somehow, I'm the most normal out of all of you.
To be fair, we also need to, actually... And he just, like, takes a deep breath and he's like, I'm going to go check on my sister. Can one of you maybe check one of the 2 entrances? Maybe throw potted plant at the window to see if our lurker is still there? Because it might be a good time to exit the location now. We can check out the basement later. Or now, I mean, whichever. I just need to make sure she's awake and well, and he just hustles. It's like a, right, I need to stop being an obsessive scholar. And also, like, get to my happy place. That's not happening while I hear.
Okay, so you're checking on your sister, though I didn't actually get a reply from. So Delilah, you said you don't have your healing at the moment. So what are you doing currently?
I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
Throw the potted plant out a window.
In that case, like, you could check one of the entrances, like the window where this thing jumped out of in the first place, or the door where it might be lurking, because it's pretty obvious at this point this thing is probably not just going to run, it's probably just going to try and kill you all, but you also know it's smart enough not to walk in the middle of the room and be like, put up your dukes, everyone! I'm going to fight you with fisticuffs!
Yeah.
So it's gonna try and ambush you. So you have two points of entry. Which does Delilah think it's more likely to try? Coming back through the window again, or waiting at the door?
I'm gonna look out the window.
All right. Make me a perception check if you could.
Yeah, I think it's realized that if it doesn't kill us soon, we're going to keep getting stronger and become more of a problem for it.
Okay. So, Delilah, you kind of take a quick peek out the window, kind of look around. You're not seeing it out there. It is kind of dark, though.
Okay. I move closer towards the door instead of the window then, and
Okay.
ready myself.
All right. So you're kind of keeping brace so that if it does come charging through, you're just going to be like, psych!
Yep.
Gotcha. So standing guard. Miguel, with what you found, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go ahead and gather up what files I've managed to find, just for like evidence reasoning.
Gotcha.
And I guess I'm gonna be coming over here and trying to get ready to leave or not be near the window where I might get killed.
All right. Frank, Penny's corpse is very dead. I say, honestly, has he kind of taken time to like give her last rites, basically, or at least what he can? He's not exactly a priest. Say a little prayer for her.
Yeah, he said what he knows is his acolyte days or whatever. But now he's just kind of. He said like there was like sparkling on my sword arm or something.
Yeah, there's some sort of glitter on your sword arm blade.
I guess now he kind of maybe like pokes the floor and maybe some other things to try to see if there's any weird effects. Basically just trying to see what's going on with that.
Okay.
And also standing near the door so he can be ready if the thing busts in.
So you touch your blade to the floor, and as you kind of push the tip against it, from the tip of the sword comes a little blot, like an ink blot, except instead of just black ink, it's like it's a soft light. It glows.
Huh.
As if you'd taken a quill and pressed it to a page.
Oh, cool. I can still write.
Oh god.
Yeah, Frank writes Linda on the floor.
All right. Well, the word Linda is now etched into the floor in this soft, glowing, beautiful light.
Beautiful.
Like Linda.
Did anyone actually bring me the scrolls?
No, we're not your servants.
Like, damn it, I'm a noble, so yes, you are.
Yeah,
Actually, speaking of which, Guy, what are you up to? Because Alistair is the next on that list, and I think I have an inkling of what he's doing.
I went to loot the warden and then and then Penny if I can.
All right, fair enough. All right. Well, the warden has crossbow and crossbow bolts.
Cool.
Other than that, he has a nice big fat key ring,
I wonder what that's for.
a big bite mark, and he also has a few things in his pockets.
What are in his pockets? Can I use a crossbow? Is there
You should be able to
specification?
use a crossbow.
Because I would like to have a
range.
distant weapon. Yeah.
I'm just picturing you being like, well, I get trickery at everything now as I just like juggle my crossbow and empty bolts into people. Is it a crossbow or a hand crossbow? Because there is a difference.
It's a hand crossbow.
Okay, so that's 1d6. It has short range, reload, and it uses bolts. So you can only attack with the weapon if it's loaded. So after you attack,
What?
you need... for a hand crossbow, you have to take an action to reload it after you use it, and it does 1d6 damage, and you can use it like an offhand. So you could use like a shield and a crossbow if you wanted to, because you can use it offhandedly.
What's the exchange between coins? Is it 10, 10, 10, 10? Or is it...
Yeah, it's 10, 10, 10, 10.
Okay. Hold on.
Which I'm wondering why anyone would use bits then, because like it's just like, oh, I just pass off any little piece of copper as a bit.
I'm gonna keep one of the first ones. I'm gonna add that to my sheet. And the whatever the not currency thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Should I just mark that down with the description?
Probably.
And before Kai ends up the richest one of us all while we're all destitute, like, yeet!
Yo, we got a silver coin! And I flip out the 5 silver coins that I found.
Okay, so you're giving everybody a silver coin?
Yes.
Oh man, that's like rent money.
I know, right?
All right, you may all add a silver coin to your sheet, except Kai, who is adding something else.
Yes, I'm adding the...
I mean, they also get a silver coin. There's 5 of us.
That's true.
True.
Is the symbol similar to possible branding that goes with this campaign system?
You may have seen it on somebody's shoulder in the house.
Got it.
Oh, so you're totally carrying occult stuff. God damn it.
I don't know that.
Penny, by the way, has a knife. That is all.
That is all.
She
Doesn't
has
even
her
have
knife.
bits.
Nah, she was poor as fuck.
I mean,
She would've
maybe we
been
can.
richer in spirit if she found her brother.
Maybe we can sell the
Tulio, I have a
corpse.
present for you.
Oh,
And I hold up the knife.
She has a present for you. She's giving you Penny's
He.
knife. Damn it!
okay. I'll take it.
Well, you use a lot of knives, so.
It's one of those like it's one of those where it's like, yeah, I want that.
Okay.
Now, Alistair, you're looking through these scrolls, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, the first one you open, it's probably a good thing you opened it, because you don't need to make a sanity check.
Oh, wow.
But basically, when you open it, there's this like black dust that uncurls from the scroll itself and wisps towards you before drifting to the floor. Don't know what it says yet, but
I
you
sneeze.
can take a guess what kind of things it does.
I sneeze.
It crumbles to dust.
Actually,
No.
I was just saying, the black dust flying in your face, it would give anyone else sanity and dark, and you're just, achoo.
Oh no, I broke it. Damn.
I mean, it would fit my luck, but yeah.
It would, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna, I guess, is it in dark speech?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just give it a quick cursory look as well as the other ones.
Like I said, right, it'll take you a bit to actually decipher what it says.
Okay, since it's in dark speech, I'll ignore it and just be like, well, that's definitely evil. What about the other two? I mean, at least I don't have to worry about Penny deciding to kill me, by the way, for the good of the city or whatever.
Yeah, you're right. She was actually going to try and kill you later. Not that you know that, so
No.
keep your good memories.
I mean, I knew she gave me a squinty look. I mean, to be fair, I'm also glad she didn't see the candle grow out of my head, but that's more for my dignity.
Yeah, good luck covering that up. Get yourself a top hat, boy.
I mean, the candle's not there still, is it?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I just, like, crack it off, I guess.
Okay. So you kind of grab it and you start pulling, and it goes and it cracks off. So everyone, you watch him crack the candle off as it slowly grows back into place.
Well, look at the bright side. At least you have a never-ending supply of candles.
What? So he's like, what? And, like, reaches back up, touches it again. Okay, so he's just casually now popping these off and like putting them on a pile as he's going over the screen. It's like one hand just like it has to stop eventually.
Okay.
They melt when you put them down, and then just sort of dissipate.
Well, we can light his head on fire. Endless supply.
Does the warden have a does the warden have a top hat somewhere in this room? While I'm looking over this, I also need to look after my sister. I also, he's like, deep breath, deep breath, deep breath. Please help. Just pop as he's continuing to look over the scrolls.
He does not seem to have a top hat in this room. No.
You could probably make a lot of money with tricks like that, Alistair.
Or be killed on the spot. Coming from the shape-shifting Ferren.
No, actually, Frank might not have a bad idea there. We'll make it a traveling circus act.
You just watch him like breathe in, just be like,
it'd be a good source of money. Mostly.
It would.
We would be investigated by the Inquisition. I am pretty sure we would all die by association shortly after.
Both of you two assume I'd ever shown my face around you.
Don't worry. The Inquisition is pretty good at finding people and killing anyone associated with that person. Witchcraft is not to be...
That's fair.
Fair. I mean, they're still zealots.
You're not a cat.
Oh, I mean, that's fair. What are the other two scrolls?
You'll see in a moment.
Oh.
Did Alistair's sister turn out to be alive, or...?
I mean, I'm like, giving her a poke, but I'm otherwise just sitting down beside her looking at scrolls.
She's alive, but she's not doing too well. She's just sitting there kind of like breathing.
Nah.
So we have to
We need the other healing kit for her.
Oh, you mean the one we used?
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
I gave you 4 of them so you could save her life, but
yeah, it's fine. We'll just feed her the random potion. That can't be bad, right?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Hey sis, test this.
We should actually... Like, is there a roll we can make to try and identify the potion to see if it's maybe familiar?
Probably not.
Probably not. Wouldn't it be something I've maybe seen in Wizard Dude's lab?
You don't recall anything specifically like
Charybdis. Yeah.
I mean, at least you remember his name, though.
Yeah.
Charybdis.
And of course, you could just ask him.
True.
Remember the last time that you tried to ask
I mean, at this point, I'm pretty sure I fall up on the scale of curiosities, because he'll probably pluck at the candle on my head a few times.
Possibly.
Sigh.
Play sigh. So are we getting out of here, or are we just going to wait for him to show up and decide to shank us?
I mean, to be fair, the moment we venture forward, he's going to find us. There's also something in the basement that they've been looking forward to, and if he doesn't find us, going to the place that was the target of their interest might function, because we're dealing with someone who has historically been very good at ambushing us. The moment we have this area secure, the moment we move out of here, as he's saying this, as he's like looking over the things, we're going to be Wow.
Right. We're going to be WoW. You're going to be World of Warcraft.
Sorry.
Man.
So the one is okay.
Alistair just had a Kai moment.
He just stops and he's like, and he actually says things like, okay, I suppose I have to go and see about distributing these to... You can't read, Kai, otherwise I think this would have been effective for you.
Can I ever learn how to read? Because I'm tired of these jokes. This is out of character.
Man, it sure does suck how bad you are at reading. Ha ha ha.
I mean, it was not actually a joke in that case. It was like a,
I'm tired of being made fun of.
I was about to say, mostly anything Kai can do, I can probably do better, so...
Oh!
Because I have opposable thumbs.
I do most of the time.
Rude. Woo.
I know one thing I'm better at.
Being a pussy?
I know 2 things I'm better at.
Okay, we're going to say here that I currently have an ability that'll make sure you're not really able to be disarmed, I suppose? Actually, wait, Kai. How good's your memory?
Guy. What? Were we talking? What?
You were talking to
Not
me?
great.
As a player, my memory is horrible. Kai, though, I would assume has a pretty good memory in order to sneak around places and do stuff.
And be a successful con artist?
Yes.
Okay, sit down here. I'm going to go over this with you because I think you might be able to at least grasp the basics of this if I tell you what's there, and then you just need to remember. Also,
Okay.
because I'm probably going to need your help to do this, and I think it might let you kill someone as your cat form.
Sweet.
Very briefly. I basically try and use my academic knowledge to teach them what's on the fucking scroll to be able to activate the incantation for Beast Within. Can I make a check on that, Sasha?
You can make a check so that they can have an attempt at it in the future, but no matter how well you do, there is a low chance they'll be able to pull that off. You need actual spell training to use spell scrolls, and
Do you?
you can have the best.
I
I would
Frank
presume
used
so.
one.
Yeah, no. That's
Isn't
the no incantations you can use. It's rituals, I think.
Does Frank not have actual training in like the?
No.
I'm pretty sure incantations are just. Here it is. Using incantations. You can use an incantation by reading aloud, which expends it. You can read the incantation regardless of the language in which it was inscribed, since the magic makes the text legible. If the power is greater than the spell's rank, you expend the spell's casting and resolve its respects. If the power is equal to or less than the spell's rank, make an intellect challenge roll. You have 1 bane imposed on you for every rank the power is lower than your spell's thing, and it is a primary utility 0, so no bane.
Equal to or less than, wasn't it?
If your power is equal to or less than the spell's rank, make an intellect... Oh, yeah. You have a bane imposed on you for every rank. Your power is lower than the spell's rank. So, I mean, they can still make a basic thing. I'm just giving them the ability to technically use the spell by being like, this is what's on here.
You will give them the ability to do so, but they will still
Have to make the intellect challenge roll. But, like...
with banes, because regardless of what you tell them, they aren't reading it. They're just remembering.
I mean, it's still better than them not
For
being able
now.
to use it, and it's still completely useless to them otherwise, and I can't think of anyone else that would really benefit to be able to use this.
I'm just letting you know in advance that even with the best of successes, the chance of this working is low, but it's a chance at all.
Okay, second question. Can I intimidate them into remembering my lesson well?
You think you intimidate me?
So here's a fun fact, Kai. Do you know what the 2 stats are that you can use to intimidate someone in this game are?
What?
Strength, if you use bodily harm on someone.
Okay.
Right? The other one, if you are trying to impose, like, yourself on someone with words, is willpower.
Okay.
The more willful you are, the more intimidating you are to people.
Surprisingly, no. Scaring, even if you do manage
Remember
to
this
intimidate-
fucking lesson, bitch!
Surprisingly, even if you do manage to intimidate them, the general response will probably be, man, I'm so distracted by having been intimidated that I don't remember the fucking lesson.
Crap. Okay, fine.
It'd be funny, but
Successful lesson, though, either way.
yeah, we'll see.
So, I mean, that's at least, you have a chance at doing this here. If stuff goes down, fumble over the spell a bit.
Fumble it. Okay, so find a bag of chips and poop on them.
Okay.
I mean,
stumble.
Kai is a cat, so.
Exactly.
Does anyone else in the team have... Yes, someone else in the team does have power. Delilah, pop over here.
Yes.
I pop over the spell scroll for Capricious Devastation to them. I'm like, okay, when the asshole shows up, read this at him. I'm reading something
I
first.
can't read.
What? Why are you all illiterate?
Hey, I'm not illiterate.
Can you cast
Oh, wait a
spells?
sec. He's the other
Not
caster.
yet.
Wait, aren't you learning from Carabas?
Not yet, I don't. Wait, is he? I think
I was
he's...
gonna say, I am trying to convince him to. Hence, what
Yeah.
your favor is going to
right,
entail is convincing him to teach me shit.
Right, which that's his level 2 thing, is he's swapping into gaining the ability to cast spells. Which, aren't you doing that too, Kai?
See.
Yeah, they're like fey magic. I don't know what you were going for disguise stuff, right? So it's like okay, you're you just watch Alistair's face just be like, my fucking god, all of you. Okay, you know what? I can just, I guess, read them. Just murder the hell out of him because I have plans. We're going to the basement. You know, I glanced for a second. I'm like, does my candle at least provide me illumination to read these scrolls?
It went out after you had your idea. You can light it. That's a little awkward.
Yeah, I'll pass right now. At worst, though, I guess if we have no lantern. Can someone help carry my sister? I need to. Okay. How familiar are you folks with let's say less than seemly magic? Stairs.
You mean
Alistair?
the magic you like to use?
Shadow magic is impractical, but actually considered legal.
Linda only used divine magic.
No, just sitting here.
The magic of
Alistair?
gods.
Alistair? I've
Yes.
witnessed you punch someone's dick and they explode. I'm pretty
Shadow
sure we've
magic.
seen some dark magic.
It's
Shadow
hazy.
magic is just gateway to dark magic. Clearly.
Anyways, I found something that is actually dark magic and a curse, and I was thinking it would be a wonderful thing if someone else had the curse of a miserable evening, like our stalker. And then I found something else that's chaos magic, which I was going to be like, do you want a lesson on it? But I'm not sure if you'd be able to do it. Do you think you'd be able to manage to read a spell? I mean, you are literate, so... How would you like a lesson on casting?
I'm fairly certain I can give it a try.
I pass him the Capricious Devastation spell.
Okie dokie.
Okay, our plan. When we see him, I curse him. You try and use that on him. Kai, if you want to read that, and then, I don't know, claw his everything out of him, that would be appreciated. Do you have anything you can do? Like, I've seen you do arcane things, Delilah, but my memory is a bit spotty around that time.
Over the past few months.
Also from being, like, murdered for a lot of that point in time. Unconscious and then murdered.
But that
But
would have been much better if you'd all died and then we had that break. Because that would have made more sense.
yeah, I know, right?
Sorry, continue.
But yes.
I'm able to do a magical thing or two.
What you have currently available from you, as I've run grievously low on offensive abilities right now.
Let me see.
Oh, Seely, I don't know if you have the enchantment still, but I do know you have your Shadow Blade,
I
right?
have 1 casting of Bewitch, 2 castings of Nightfall Blade, and no castings of Shadow Dart.
So, since we're going to be venturing to the basement to probably get ambushed, the Nightfall Blade seems like it might be something very useful for you. So it may be wise to have that prepared. I mean, we're getting ambushed regardless of what we do. He's been clearly stalking us for a while.
Now, perhaps I missed this. Aside from the money on the warden, was there anything else of note?
Crossbow and crossbow bolts, but I was gonna take that as a ranged weapon.
Oh, Sealy,
That's
can
fine.
any of us hear, like, Kai suddenly jingling from carrying around a lockbox?
Turns out the warden had a lockbox on his body.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So the chest just had the... I mean, it's fine. We'll maybe get something. I mean, I expect all of you to find some way to chip in on the maintenance of the household, and... I mean, we are currently in this together because we now have a cult who hates us.
High School Musical Asylum. We're all in this together.
Anyways, if we have that sorted out, and provided everyone is on the up and up with each other, stares at, like, Delilah, who's like... Actually, I don't think you'd squirrel anything away, so why am I staring at you? Then stares at Kai, and then, like, glances over at Tully, is like, you've done me right. Goes back and stares at Kai.
Kai just kind of tilts his head. He's like, "Do you have a?"
I
I
mean,
split the money I found.
yeah, and I do appreciate that. I don't know. I'm almost expecting something like for you to try and haggle your way out of the haggle your way to gain the majority of the reward money if we get any out of this.
We all work together. I have been fair so far. I have been splitting the money.
Remembering the house, just remembering everything involving the house, everything that guy tried to screw about the money. Okay. Anyways, he's just like, yup.
So as much as I like being alive, I would really appreciate it if we could just get this over with.
Truth. So yes, let's collect my sister.
Because if I'm going to die, I'd rather it be quick and painless, at least as painless as it can be.
Wait, we know where the medical room would be in the place, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to head there, and then we're going to head there, wake up my sister, and then we're going to head down to the basement. I imagine it's going to ambush us between that point. If it realizes we're heading towards the medical room, it may ambush us there. I don't...
Oh, it's probably already at the medical room.
I mean, that's fair, then. Let's venture forth.
You must gather your party before venturing forth. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Kai's not
That
close.
warrior needs
Gather.
food badly.
Okay. I gather at the door.
That's not enough for you. Oh, there. Oh, okay. No, you're not all directly on the fucking line.
Oh,
so
I also grab my sister because she's the NPC and we don't want to leave her behind in the last room when the loading screen hits.
No, you probably don't.
By the way, I would like to read this off since it is the spell that you're getting to use. Has anyone here checked out Chaos Magic? Because it's a riot.
Yes. Because that sounds like something I want.
Yeah, I mean, totally. Just go Fey in Chaos Magic and have a ball. But the spell that I gave to Tulio is Capricious Devastation, which... One creature object within medium range, a flickering ball of energy leaps from your hand. Make a will roll attack against the target's agility and roll a d6. You apply an odd number as a penalty to the attack roll and an even number as a bonus to the roll. On a success, the target takes 2d6 damage plus 2d6 extra damage if it had a penalty on the attack roll from the spell. And if you get an attack roll of 20 plus, it then teleports in a random direction.
Oh wait, it's a will attack? Ugh.
I mean, if you want, I can use it.
It'd probably be better. I have negative will.
Okay, yeah, I'll use it. That you're just like so it's like as Alistair's going over like the intricacies of the spell while we're all preparing.
I'm like reading over it and I'm like, this isn't gonna work for me.
Grabs it back and is like, all right, I suppose we'll undergo plan every other time where you throw daggers at it until it dies.
It's worked so far. I'm the most healthy out of all of you.
In my defense, that's only because I found out my skull is now a implement, and that is really weird still.
Freak show?
I do have the ability to curse you right now.
But you wouldn't do that to me.
I consider you one of my few friends in this city, in the situation we have found ourselves in. But please, it would be so tempting, and if they'd given me the ability to turn you into a newt for a day.
But what are friends if not to give each other shit?
That might
We
be a
get
bit
it, you have a bromance, let's get on with it.
that might be a bit triggering for Frank right now, given he had his eye socket bashed in with a shit cup.
What are friends for except to give each other shit? Brandish your shit-covered rocket, Frank.
No, not again.
So yeah,
It's like the guard's boots all over again.
we venture down the stairs. I suggest we take Delilah at the front because the night blade thingy.
Probably.
And
Also,
we're
is
entering
this
dark.
is this what we want to call it? Because
I mean,
about that time.
We
Yeah,
have.
it is tense, so we will be calling it in a second. But before you do that, Delilah,
Yes.
roll 20.
Oh no! You open the door. Surprise, motherfuckers!
I've been here the whole time.
I've listened to all your plans, and you smell bad.
Nobody was keeping watch on the door. You're all a bunch of idiots.
See, that's funny then. It's actually why I called Delilah, because somebody was.
Delilah, I sent you messages.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is she doing anything about that, or just no?
No.
Okay. In that case, I have a very important question. Who's opening the door? Can you
Nose
hear
goes.
Can you hear my smile?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Who's opening the door?
I was joking, guys, and this is twice that I've joked that it then turned out to be right.
You really gotta stop that.
You keep giving him ideas.
I mean, the bright side is we'll have the boss fight like right here and there.
It would be a bad idea for me to open the door, considering
But
one
do
of my
you know
hands
that?
is a sword and the other is holding my shield.
Best idea. You open it with the one hand and then you stab through the door with the other one.
Yeah, actually.
But it's the door opens like the opposite. Like my sword hand would be behind the door.
Oh, by the way, in case anyone doesn't get it, because it's me and my stupid humor, Frank is now forever armed
Yep.
with the pen and the sword.
Ah, no, I got it.
I'm going to.
So what
Okay,
you're
but-
saying though is Frank's peen is mightier.
Yes, it is. Okay, but before we wrap up, who is opening the door? Bum, 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 bum.
Not it.
I mean, okay, I'm realistically going to say we originally were setting it to be Frank and Delilah taking point, and I'd asked Delilah to take point with the stairs. Do you have anything to say contrary to that, Delilah?
No.
Okay, then open the door.
I opened the door.
So you're opening up the door, and as you do, you're kind of hearing that thing I'd said before, kind of heighten up a notch, and all it goes from a kind of muffled and groggy to sounding kind of like
Oh.
Do you keep pulling?
Yes.
Do we all hear that?
Well, you can kind of hear something.
Well, I'm stepping back.
I'd step behind the door.
I'm stepping behind this.
They're already behind the door.
Yeah, no. Can I, like, reach over to Kai and yoink them behind the door with me?
Kind of disappeared
Fair.
into the scratchy white shit.
Okay.
Okay. So you're opening up the door, and what you can see is there's one of the asylum people, and they're sitting there, kind of face down, ass up. Their hands are like sewn together at the fingers behind their back, and they're basically mooning the door. And there is a familiar-looking red strand, or a bunch of them, coming out of their buttocks and wrapped around the doorknob.
pleasant.
Do you need to call the audience?
She's like, yank it open. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, the worst that could happen is I tell Delilah to go step in front, and then I finish yanking the door open because I'm behind the door.
Well, keep in mind, you can't see any of this. Delilah's opened the door like maybe half a foot at this point. It's tight.
Gross.
So that's not what I meant, but it is. So Delilah, you are the only one who can see this. You've barely opened the door at all, but that's what you're seeing outside the door.
I continue to open it.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a slight warning here, Lovi.
What?
You realize the last one was set to explode and we went over this, and you're directly in... You might want to at least, like, stand out of the way.
I would say I'm standing, like, behind... You know how you can open a door, but you stand behind it?
Oh, okay. Swaps. So you're gonna be, like, over where me, Kai, and...
I'll be, like, walking with the door.
Okay. So basically you kind of move behind the door. You're like, sorry, bitch. And you open up the door. And as you do, it goes... And then there is a loud boom. And basically a wave of blood, organs, feces, and broken, shattered glass comes spewing through the door and splatters across the floor. Just as your sister wakes up, what's going on, guys?
It's all a bad dream. Go back to sleep. I mean, Delilah is 100% playing their corruption level, though. God damn. Just, I gotta see this. Creep.
But that is about where we'll close up for the night. And I don't need to describe anybody being filled with blood, guts, and pieces of bone and glass.
No, because we actually all were like, this sounds bad. And someone started to take cover. Let's all take cover.
Oh my. What a nice little show. And such progress we've made. Maybe we'll even go somewhere with all this. Or they'll just die, but I suppose we'll get to see that soon enough. In the meantime, the confrontation awaits with a foe that's been stalking them for some time now. Will they come out on top? Or will things blow up in their faces? Or their asses! Lower the curtain.